Overcoming Addictions is a self-paced web application based on the 4-point program of Smart Recovery. Smart Recovery encourages a science-based approach to recovery through skill acquisition to increase the probability of sobriety. It also avoids labeling and any pressure to accept addiction as a disease unless the member sees it that way. In this brief video, we'll give you a sense of the content of the program along with some of its user-friendly aspects. Let's go ahead and log in. Once you've logged in, the program asks you whether you want to resume it based on where you were the last time you visited or to go straight to your home page. We'll go there first. Here's the home page for the alcohol module. This page has the overview of the program, the list of the exercises in all of the modules, and it tracks your progress as you go through them. At the top of every page, you can access My Account. Here you can choose any additional addictions that you may want to focus on, and you can also set up personalized text and email system. This is a great way to prompt yourself to use the program again, or to remind yourself about your plans for recovery, to alert yourself to high-risk times for drinking, or to remind yourself to do something else that you want to do to help you stay sober. Let's go back to the home page now and look at some of the modules. The first section of the program is designed to help you increase and maintain your motivation for change. There are exercises to clarify your values, increase your desire, commitment, and self-confidence, and to clarify your thinking about changing in general. Let's take a closer look now at one of these exercises so you can see better how the program works. In the cost-benefit analysis, we ask you to think about both the good things and the not-so-good things about your drinking. As you can see above, there's some preset choices, but you can also fill in with text your own choices to better explain what the good things are for you about your drinking. With each step, we include a video throughout the program to help explain how best to think about that step or that exercise so that users can get the most out of each exercise when they engage it. The second step of the cost-benefit analysis is to think about some of the not-so-good things related to the drinking. The third step, of course, you think about some of the good things about changing. You've got those entered, click Submit. And finally, also consider in the cost-benefit analysis some of the not-so-good things about changing. Once that's completed, the user is asked to rate on a numeric scale from 1 to 10 the importance of each one of the items that they selected previously. In the end, you have a clear picture of how drinking fits into your life and what's likely to happen when you do change. Let's go to the next module. In the Coping with Urge modules, the user is taught how to track urges and provided with a variety of cognitive and behavioral strategies for coping with them. Also, the module has in-depth lessons on how to identify and manage triggers that may precede urges. Finally, there's an extensive section on dealing with lapses and relapses. The section on tracking your urges begins with a brief overview of urges and their impact on maintaining sobriety. Users are then introduced to the idea of tracking them and can print blank cards to do so. Next, the monitoring information can be entered into the program and users can see graphic feedback about the frequency, intensity, and duration of their urges. Once the user enters the urges, they go here to see their urge history. All the urges for January have been entered, and then so that they can be understood more clearly, graphic feedback is provided. Obviously, these graphs can be adjusted quite easily so that any time scale in question can be looked at more closely. Urges per week, Perhaps they're interested in whether or not the intensity of the urge is decreasing, as well as the duration of the urge. Returning now to the home page, we go down to the Managing Thoughts, Feelings, and Behaviors module. This includes 3 components: the ABC exercise, a problem-solving exercise, and an exercise on unconditional self-acceptance. The ABC is a useful way to look at events and one's reactions to them and how they might influence one's behavior and perhaps serve as a trigger. Let's take a closer look at that. First, we describe the steps of the exercise and what pertains to each element. Then we give both a written example and a short video at the bottom that describes doing an ABC. We also give some examples of cognitive thinking errors that frequently occur to sort of help people start thinking about how their thinking can go awry and see if maybe that applies for them. On this page, you can put together your own ABC. This exercise again helps one think carefully about the difficult situations and their reactions to them. You can notice things that you were thinking and feeling that may have been automatic before. You can also go up here and see past ABC exercises to see how they may help you even in your current state. When you've got it all filled in, if you like, you can save your ABC and print it out so that you can refer to it when you're not online. The Living a Balanced Life module has 5 components designed to help you begin new activities, as well as to counteract some of the effects that may occur in your life when you change your drinking or drug use. The components address regaining your health, encouraging exercise and eating and sleeping well. There's relaxation training and some downloaded meditation exercises. There's an exercise to help you set goals so you can become more satisfied with your life and develop activities that are more rewarding. For example, here's the happiness scale, a popular exercise. You go through on this first page, it explains how the happiness scale works. You can title the exercise so you can do multiple happiness scales over time and chart your changes. You go through and you enter your relative happiness on each one of these domains, which in itself is an interesting exercise to undertake. When you submit that, of course, you get your feedback on what you rated everything. And you're asked to select one. Which one would you most like to work on right now? When you select that, you're asked to think about what would it look like if it went from, in this case, a 5 up to a 7. What changes would have to occur? Once you've got that in place, you submit it. And you're prompted to set goals to help you achieve that specific desire that you wish to attain. You enter the goals down here, what actions you're going to undertake to achieve them, and you give yourself a time frame. It's with good goal setting. You submit that, and then you're presented with an action plan if I had filled that in. And also the suggestion here is in many places in the program to prompt you to send yourself a text or an email to follow through on that plan. In summary, Overcoming Addictions is a program, again, based on the 4-point protocol of SMART recovery. Using interactive exercises, it addresses motivation for change, dealing with urges, self-management of thoughts, feelings, and actions, and developing a healthy lifestyle to prevent relapse.